Man, episode 13 of Mushoku Tensei was more information than we really needed, right? It was a lot of information, but it was great in the moment. So we got to actually find out why Roxy was running through the alleyways and ran from Ruijerd and Eris when they were training, right? Because she was afraid that she was going to be killed. It wasn't because she heard that Rudy was out in the city, so she just ran to go look for him. That wasn't the case. And on top of that, dude, remember when Rudy heard the moans? It was because Roxy's teammate Alina Lise was in there getting her back blown out by 5 people, being quite the harlot. And like I said, she's bad too, right? She is quite the baddie, but dog, there's no way that we were supposed to expect that to be the case. On top of that, it seems Rudy has been quote unquote kidnapped by beast people, and it makes me wonder, are we gonna run into Ghislaine here potentially? But we'll save that for later on in the video. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy xDomoSenpaix, and we are here to talk about episode 13 of Mushoku Tensei. If you are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure you go down below, hit the link in the description or the red subscribe button, either one to help me towards that cause of reaching my goal, which is to become a full-time content creator. Now, make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Smash it. Share this with people who love anime. Share this with people who love Mushoku Tensei. Share this with people who love just really good anime videos in general. I have quite the commission coming your way. We're gonna get a lot of stuff done. We're gonna actually be making this channel a very chill place. I'm gonna capitalize on the Senpai's Corner thing. We're gonna continue to make things really good around here, but I can't do that without your guys' help. So the more you guys share this, the more you guys hit the like button, the more you guys view this, the more people we get here, the more I'll be able to do in the coming years. Again, I'm talking too much, so let's jump into episode 13 real quick, because dude, I didn't realize Roxy's teammate was that much of a harlot, right? There were signs, you know, little hints, but the shit that she was doing in this episode leading up to what we saw, well, what Roxy saw, it kind of like disgusted her to a high degree because of who Roxy, like, you know, who Roxy is, right? And that's her way of gathering intelligence, right? Which is a cap.
She belongs to the streets.
You know, it's a cap. She just loves sex. That's her thing. And it's an obvious trope for the creator of this light novel, right? Like, sex is a big thing in here. Obviously, look at the sequence of Rudy healing Eris on the boat and then having to go blow a load, like blow his steam, right, in the bathroom. Bro, like, just think about that. And then all the stuff that we seen in season 1, well, part 1, right? All the stuff that we seen in part 1, Paul blowing his wife's back out continuously, Rudy spying on them, Rudy having, you know, these impure thoughts all the time because of who he is, where he came from. So it makes sense that sex will play a big, like, part in this anime. It'll be everywhere. But enough about that, right? Enough about that. We actually got to see a lot. We got to learn a lot. We got to realize that Roxy is out looking for Paul's family, along with the former fangs of the Black Wolf, which was... Who were the fangs of the Black Wolf? Was that Paul's, like, old team, right? That was like Paul's old team with like Ghislaine and Alina Lise and Tall Hand, you know, the guy that's there. But were there like more people there? It makes me very curious. So she's traveling along with them because they're looking for Paul's family, which makes sense. Like I said, they were teammates, and Roxy was a former housemate with them and Rudy's teacher. So of course she's gonna take it upon herself to go not only look for Rudy, but like Paul's family as well, which makes me wonder, like, where's Paul and what is Paul doing? Obviously he's gonna be out here looking for his family. Is he going to go back to his like former adventure ways? Because, you know, I think him and his wife retired. I know his wife did for sure, because that was brought up in this episode, but it makes me wonder, what is he doing right now other than potentially, like, you know, out here fucking other bitches and shit. Typical Paul behavior. As you can see, he's got 3 kids by 2 different women, and one being the housemaid, who is also fine as hell. Shout out to that. What was that, like the 2nd, 3rd episode that we saw? Yeah, she was a baddie. But anyways, that's besides the point. It's besides the point. Again, it was just nothing but information. We've seen that they're actually in a different part of the continent, which is pretty tight. And they saved beast children. So my initial thought was like, oh, they saved beast children, so are they gonna return them to the beast village and potentially meet up with Ghislaine? Because that's where I thought it was going. But I guess it's gonna happen sooner than later, because Rudy has been kidnapped. They thought that, you know, he was they thought he was one of the smugglers. But even the old dude was like, nah, man, it ain't like that. Obviously, there's a smell of blood and kids' scents are being moved elsewhere. The beast person that attacked Rudy did not care whatsoever. He's like, look, you're coming with me. Same with the dog. But it's crazy that the dog didn't stick up for Rudy right away because, you know, Rudy rescued him. That kind of blew me a little bit, but I feel like that'll come to fruition later on in the episode. And now Ruijerd is gonna have to deal with the old guy, but it's potentially, you know, it's not gonna be anything crazy. They're probably gonna hash it out, you know, have a nice little talk, and then they're gonna go back to the village and probably see Rudy like being sacrificed or something like that, and they're gonna have to stop it. Or Ghislaine's gonna be there as soon as Rudy gets dropped off, and they're all finally gonna be back together again. Oh, dude, and then you gotta think about it too, like what's going on with Eris, right? Like she's back at that one place just chilling, and there was somebody else in that room, and I don't know who it was. We don't know if Eris is now gonna become like, you know, a piece to be bargained. If word gets out that Rudy and Ruijerd massacred everybody at that hideout. I don't know what next episode will lead into because it's called No Such Thing as Free Lunch. Maybe it's a metaphor for them massacring everybody at the hideout and then expecting to get away with it and freeing the children, right? No such thing as free lunch. So we'll see where that goes. Another thing that happened that kind of lets you know where Rudy stands with things is just he's still afraid to kill people. That's just something that's not him. He struggled with that in part 1, and he's still like kind of struggling with it now because he was like, you know what? I don't want Ruijerd's hands to get dirty, and I don't want his reputation to go down even more than it already is for him being a spurred. Let me do it. But he couldn't do it. And Ruijerd was like, it's cool, bro. Your hands are for protecting Eris, and my hands are the ones that will get dirty by killing everybody here. That's something that Rudy is still dealing with, and I hope he overcomes eventually. But other than that, it was a good informational episode. It wasn't too much that happened. Like, it wasn't crazy action packed, but it was enough to satisfy the viewer, i.e. me, right? It was enough to satisfy me. I'm an information whore, an information junkie, right? I love when I'm given information that like quells some of my questions that I had, and then also presents me with a lot more information that makes me pose even more questions. I think that is a characteristic of a great anime to me. But leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. We are on pace. On pace for what? Who fucking knows, right? We are just on pace. We're doing things at a better manner. I'm actually getting things done. So I'm looking forward to where we are gonna land soon. As always, it's your boy XDomoSenpaix, and I will see you guys in the next video.